Hey, how's it going, guys? Look what we have here. It is another premium Bandai HGUC Jegan kit. This time it is the Prototype Stark Jegan. So this is another kit that I really contemplated when it came out, but I went kind of back and forth and ultimately decided just nah. But then I was able to get it again later on, so I decided to go ahead and pick this up after recently building the Ewok Jegan and discovering that the HG Jegan is a pretty solid kit, I gotta say. I thought this will be a fun one to check out, and it's from Gundam Unicorn, and as you guys know, I do love Gundam Unicorn. And I mean, come on, it's a Jegan with 4 giant missiles on the back. That's pretty cool looking. So as normal with P-Bandai kits, it's just kind of standard on the outside. Very nice, bright green, kind of minty color here for this. 2,500 yen for the list price, which is, yeah, that's pretty high. But as you can see, it's a pretty large box. There's going to be a fair amount of stuff in here, aside from just the HG Jegan, which is not that much. We're going to have kind of a lot of new parts there for that, and especially the big parts for the big giant missiles there. So let's see what we've got in here. And then I wonder like how many other like extra weapons and things that are included with this, because I actually don't remember offhand. We do have some sticker decals. There you can see at least we have already just the regular Jegan's gun, and then the Stark Jegan gun and Stark Jegan bazooka. And I think that might be it. Whether we have the kind of main color for the mobile suit, which sort of matches the color of the box. It's not quite as bright as the box. I wouldn't have been mad if it would have been that bright. I think that would have been a very interesting color for it to be in. But we can see we've got all some more parts here, our beam effect parts, and then some stickers, a fair amount of stickers for this kit. So if you guys don't really like stickers on an HG kit, that's not looking very great. And then of course we have our new parts here in white for the giant missiles. I'm not sure if those are actually called giant missiles. I guess I can check that out for sure, but we'll see that here in a moment. So for the manual, it looks like we're getting just the regular Stark Jegan manual, and then we get a kind of new page here added with the amendments for the new Prototype Stark Jegan. So as we can see, there's amendments here to the chest, to the head, and then it's just basically the new parts for the shoulders holding the giant missiles. So on the appended parts list here as well, you can see there's going to be a whole lot of parts left over. And we have 2 different B runners. I guess that's a B runner probably from maybe the original Jegan. Yes, and then the B runner from the Stark Jegan. And so you do have to keep in mind those will be different. And then there's just a whole lot of X's on here, so we'll have a lot of leftover parts. Fortunately or unfortunately, I guess if you were hoping this kit would be a little bit cheaper, that's too bad. If you like having a lot of extra parts for different kit bashes and things like that, then that's good. And just by quickly scanning the parts list here, it looks like we may have the parts to make these missile pods here from the Stark Jegan. I'll have to check the runners to be sure, but that would be cool if you have those as extra parts. Those would definitely be useful extra parts that you could use for some other kit bash or something. Okay, and so once again, here is that foil sticker sheet. Yeah, that big V there for the crotch, a couple of light blue ones there for some cameras, I'm guessing. The little yellow ones, I'm guessing maybe those go, I think, on the front of the missiles, and then just a whole bunch of red stripes and red little bits that are going to be going around. I think maybe places around on the head and on the torso, cockpit hatch, I believe, that big red one there. A couple of yellow ones there, probably inside some vents, a couple of white ones, so just a whole lot of foil stickers here for this kit, unfortunately. We do have a set of marking stickers here as well, some Nail Arguma stickers there, NH, some Anaheim Electronic stickers, some Londo Bell stickers, some EFSF logos there, EFSF logos here, and then a whole bunch of numbers there, so you can label this guy up with all these different markings if you like. We have SB5 for our Beam Saber effect parts here in this light clear pink in 2 different lengths of Beam Saber, and a PC runner 132 for our polycaps here in standard gray. Runner A here, this is a 3-color runner from the original Jegan kits, mostly gray, with some like hand parts, a few joint parts and things like that, a few weapons parts, some red up there at the top for like a few different detail parts, and then a clear blue. It's a very kind of dark clear blue color, kind of unique color. I don't think I've ever seen that before, but they're for the clear part for the visor. And then runner B is also a 3-color runner. This one is from the Stark Jegan, so we have actually 4 different colors, I should say. It's very hard to tell. There's actually 2 different shades of gray, so a couple of red parts there at the top, obviously, so those are going to be for those Stark Jegan missile pods, which we do have all the parts to make. That's awesome. A couple of yellow parts here for chest vents, which I believe we're not actually using for this kit. And then this is actually 2 tones of gray, so like this section throughout here is 1 tone of gray, and then these 2 parts, it looks like that, right? I'm not crazy, right? No, okay, just this whole section of gray is all one color, and then this whole section of gray is in a slightly different color. It's almost the same, but this is a slightly cooler tone, this is a slightly warmer tone of gray. And then the B runner here, this one is from the original Jegan kit, so a shield part there, some parts for the feet, side skirts, and the front of the chest, which we will not be using for this kit. And it does come with its own little handle here. And then we're going to see some more of that really nice minty green color here. This one, once again, from the original Jegan kit, all parts for the arms, legs, torso, head, and all of that. Then once again, runner D here is back to the standard gray color. This one, once again, from the original Jegan. This time we have ABS plastic, though, as we have just some parts here for joints and things like that. And we've got 2 of this D runner. So here you have runner E, once again from the Stark Jegan in just the standard gray color, and we're only going to be using just a few parts from this runner, so you'll have a lot of leftover parts, including, as I mentioned, these parts here for the missile pods that go on top of the shoulders, as well as the shoulder mounts themselves. I think those are also leftover parts for this kit, so you'll be able to have those and use those for other kits. That will be very nice, and we've got 2 of this E runner, so you've got 2 of those. And then we got runner F, once again from the Stark Jegan, some parts for the back skirt, front skirt, torso, feet, heads, and then we're finally getting into our new parts for this kit. So this one is just a simply marked Prototype Stark Jegan there, and we've just got these missile pods, so they're just going to be 2 halves that you put together, and 2 are connected, so it's each of the 4 different individual missiles are not separate. It's 2 and 2, so we've got 2 of this G runner. And then we got runner H2, which is a new head parts, new chest part, and new parts for the back of the arms. So really, in terms of new parts specifically for this kit, that's all you're going to be getting. But it's definitely some really cool parts. Now, as you notice, this chest piece has a lot of missing colors. It's just all in one green color. You'd think that, I think the front of this cockpit hatch is supposed to be red. It's yellow vents, gray for the little Vulcans there in the chest. So it's just missing a lot of colors. You'll definitely have to do some painting and masking on this. And if you'll notice, this is the actual 3rd front chest piece that we had. You have the original Jegan as well as the Stark Jegan chest pieces all included with this, so you could use the different ones if you wanted. That said, I do think that this is the coolest looking one. I just like how it just sticks out so much like that, and the Vulcans there do look really cool. It's just unfortunate that it's missing so much color separation, so that'll be a pain to have to mask all of that. And then we got runner H1 with just some new parts here in gray for, I believe basically it's just some like mounting parts. I think this is for like the back. One of these are for the back mounting parts for the stabilizer here on runner H1. So as you can see, the box is pretty full. There's definitely a lot of stuff in there, but unfortunately, as we've seen, there's going to be a lot of leftover parts. So yes, the price of these kits is often mostly related to the sheer amount of plastic that is used for them, and when you have so much leftover plastic, that means that you're paying for just leftover parts. Now, again, as I said, that might be cool for you because you have a lot of leftover parts that you can use for kit bashing and things like that. It's never a bad thing, and I really don't think it affects the price that much. Maybe an extra 100 or 200 yen might have been taken off if they somehow didn't have all the leftover parts. But in the end, you just have a really cool looking kit, and that's the most important thing. So as always, gotta say a huge thank you to USA Gundam Store for sponsoring this review, guys. Do check out the link to their site down below. If you're looking for a place to buy P-Bandai kits, you can buy P-Bandai kits there on their site. You can use my coupon code there, ZakuAurelius10, and save 10%. That always helps, so big thank you to them. Thank you to you guys for watching. As always, hope you guys are having a great day. Leave any other questions or comments down below. I'll see you in the review. Bye-bye. Hey! Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you want to check the kit out for yourself, you can head over to USA Gundam Store. Use that coupon code ZakuAurelius10. Save yourself 10%. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.